Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, we are back with another episode of Rap and Reason podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
I'm Earl Hopkins, man. What's going down, bro?
What's good, bro? Episode 63, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Newly engaged, bro, to my
Yes,
best
sir.
friend.
I was, bro. I
Yeah,
was. We have to start with that, bro. You recently
yeah,
proposed to your lady, man. How
yeah.
does it feel?
Feels good, bro. Like, we're holding hands different. We walking in rooms different, bro. Like any opportunity she can to show that ring, she's flashing it, bro. So it feels good, man. Like it feels good to really lock in and make that next step with your partner. We've been together for 7 years now, almost seven. It'll be 7 in December, so it was about time, bro. Long overdue. So we looking forward to the next step, bro. So that already has my week, my life feeling a lot better, more
What
elevated
is
on that front.
hilarious in this
Yeah.
screen is that I just see her crawling by in the background.
Yo,
Congratulations, actually.
yo, Ash, she said congrats. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's
Yo,
hilarious.
man.
But yeah, man. So dope, man. So
Dope, man.
yeah,
I,
what about you, bro? My brother?
Man, I don't have no news to follow that one, bro. You got me beat by a long shot. Dope, man. Nothing much, man. We're working on some marketing for the book, man. For those who do not know, that our book is on pre-order currently, Raps of Resistance. On pre-order everywhere you buy books, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all that good stuff. But I've been good, bro. I just went to San Diego recently. Got away for a little
Mm.
while, a few days. Got to spend a little time on the beach, a little fall getaway. So yeah, man, I needed a little reset, so it was good.
Yeah, for sure, man. And if you're gonna reset anywhere, being in Dago is a great place to land. Fresh your head.
Absolutely, bro. Like that, yeah. One of my favorite cities, bro. Hands down. Definitely top five.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. So it was good, man. But other than that, just working. And we got a lot of topics to get through today, bro.
Yes, sir, man. We lost a legend. We lost a legend in D'Angelo, man. A neo soul hip hop R&B legend in D'Angelo, man. Past that 51. That was a hit, like to the culture and to the people, bro.
Bro, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. That one kind of put a damper on the day for sure, bro. Like, D'Angelo is one of those legends who is in certain ways unsung. I feel like everybody knows that D'Angelo was
Hmm.
like that and his impact on not even just neo soul, but music as a whole. I think a lot of
Hmm.
people are aware of that, but I feel like we don't say it enough and
Yeah.
haven't said it enough. And yeah, man, D'Angelo is musical genius, icon. Like, D'Angelo has some of my favorite R&B albums of all time.
100%.
Like Voodoo is one of my favorite R&B albums of all time.
Yes. It's just, bro, beautiful instrumentation. He had an amazing voice. He was a great songwriter. Like D'Angelo had every element that you would want in a neo soul artist, an artist, period. And for him to go at age 51, bro, like so young, bro. And I know he has so much left in the tank, just musically, and he was a beacon of the culture. You know what I mean? And you're right, bro. We didn't talk about it enough. Like Brown Sugar, like we didn't talk about that album enough. We
No,
didn't talk about
no.
Voodoo enough. That we didn't even talk about his recent album, The Black Messiah, and all the other
Facts.
things that he has done and the people that he's influenced artistically, creatively, in every single way, bro. Like, yeah, like to lose him was massive, bro. To pancreatic cancer, you know what I mean? As well. Like that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, man. Definitely a rough one, man. Prayers go out to D'Angelo's family too. For those who do not know, one D'Angelo's son is also Angie Stone's son. So to lose both of your parents back to back like that, definitely unfortunate, man. So prayers go out to them. Like I said, D'Angelo, living legend, throughout his career. He was able to really push the needle musically. And I remember hearing an interview he did where he was talking about how he almost like hated and resented becoming like the sex symbol. Like
Mm,
he initially didn't want to do that. His most famous video, he didn't really want to do. But
mm,
he had somebody who was in his ear and was like, "No, this is a career life changing video." For those who don't know, the video concept for "How Does It Feel?" D'Angelo basically naked on that mug, and it's become like like it was the one that really catapulted him to like superstardom.
He was out of here after
Yeah,
that.
out of here after that. You know what I mean? And the song is amazing. Outside of the video, like the song is amazing. But he talked about how kind of after that, like, people would be yelling, like, take your shirt off. He was like, after he basically started feeling cheap, like I'm out here trying to like,
Yeah.
I want y'all to focus on the music, and people are just like uh basically sexualizing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really, you know, that kind of made him step back in music too. I'm sure there was other things too, but he talked about in the interview how that kind of made him step back from music. So, yeah, man, legend though, like legend.
In every
And I don't throw
way.
that word around loosely. Like, no.
Yeah, no. He's a legend. Like a legend forever and always will be remembered for all his contributions, man. Like, yeah. So, yo, like, would you recommend any songs, any projects, folks that haven't heard? Because there's
Oh,
people that listen
absolutely.
to the podcast who haven't heard D'Angelo's music, which is absolutely crazy to me. But
Oh, well, yeah.
things change with the generations, right? So, is there any records you would recommend?
Records, man. If you want something chill, I would say "Send It On" is one of my favorite D'Angelo songs. "Send It
Yeah,
On" is one of mine off of the Voodoo album. I really would say the Voodoo album, Brown Sugar album. You really can't go wrong with either one of those.
yeah. You
As
can't
far
go
as
wrong.
features, if you're really a hip hop head, like most people who listen to this show are, which is being a hip hop based show, man, one of my favorite joints that he's featured on is actually with Method Man. Method Man D'Angelo's called Breakups to Makeups. Dope
Hmm.
song, dope storytelling. D'Angelo's hook is dope. Like, highly would recommend
Yeah.
listening to that collaboration if you want to hear a hip hop version of him. But as far as like his albums, Voodoo, Brown Sugar, those two, you definitely like certified classics,
Yes.
straight through. Like those ones, I would definitely recommend people listening to for sure. You got a
For
favorite
sure.
song by D'Angelo?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, favorite song, man. Oh, I have to dig in the crates. One is just Brown Sugar itself.
Hmm.
Of course. Like just that sound, bro. Because
Yeah.
Neo Soul, what it meant, I just love that era. You know what I mean? So what Neo Soul meant at that time was just like a refocusing of like soul, funk, R&B, and just instrumentation and just vocal ability, like true talent. I feel like D'Angelo to me was and Maxwell were at the top of that
Mm.
hierarchy. Erica Badu, of course, as well.
Yeah.
But to me, Maxwell and D'Angelo were just phenomenal. And I would say the most talented of that bunch, of that crop, to me was D'Angelo because of his instrumental abilities as well. But short answer, man, Brown Sugar. His song with Lauryn Hill, classic, bro. Off of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, bro. What's the song title?
Oh,
Escape
man,
me, bro.
that's a classic record too. It's
Wow.
Nothing Even Matters.
Nothing even matters, bro. Like that's one of my favorite collaborations
Yeah,
of
that's one of
his
my
as
favorite
well.
duets in general of all
Oh,
time.
hands down, bro. And then I would listen to if you want to see and Lady, my lady,
Oh,
you know what I
you can't go
mean?
wrong
Come
with that.
on. And Send It On, you already got mine. And then Really Love off of the Vanguard and the Black Messiah. I think if you want to listen to an album and hearing him after years of kind of stepping away from music and seeing his musical evolution, I would say Vanguard and the Black Messiah. Really Love from that album to me really stands out. But all in all, stream and support D'Angelo as best you can just to get a better grasp of just how magnificent this artist was and this person was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
Definitely.
100%, man. And I also don't, man, Neo Soul. People don't talk about Neo Soul enough. Like Neo
Not at
Soul
all.
to me is that's gonna be a hot take, but I really do. It's like some of the like to me that era is some of the best era of black music. Like in general. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of dope black music, but like that neo soul era, as far
Yeah.
as just pure vocalists and talent
Yes.
and like the only reason why it wasn't able to cross over and that there's a lot of course conspiracies behind that, but it didn't there was other R&B that came out around that time frame that was more pop or mainstream that kind
Yeah.
of got pushed to the forefront instead of neo soul artists who were making some of the legendary music, the Jill Scotts, the Music Soul
Yeah.
Childs, the
Floetries.
Floetries, and some of these artists who have truly, organic grassroots black fan bases
Yeah.
that really, made these people superstars in our community, even if some of them aren't superstars to outside groups. You know what I mean? But these are
Yeah.
superstars for us. You know what I mean? And
100%.
And I think that we don't talk about neo soul enough. And I agree with you. I think D'Angelo is probably, if not the one of the most talented to come out of
I think so.
that neo soul movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Shout out D'Angelo. Prayers out to his family, friends, anybody
Mhm.
that knew him. And yeah, man, check his music out. Honestly, if you've never listened to D'Angelo music, like we are
Got
not just
to.
hyping this because he passed away. Like
Right.
no.
Like, nah, this ain't the pod for that. Like, genuinely a transcendent talent, man. So definitely check it out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%, 100%.
Hmm.
All right. So in other news, um, in more positive news, Drake lost a lawsuit. You know,
Positive.
let's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So for those who do not know, Drake, I almost cursed. I can't curse on this part. Drake,
yeah.
Drake almost, Drake attempted to sue Universal Music Group, the first rapper that I know of in music history to sue over a diss record, and
Hmm.
to sue the record label over promoting the diss record, um, for a rap beef that he started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that it was a happy day for me, man. I liked seeing that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed seeing that headline that
Mm,
he lost this lawsuit. I knew he would lose it. To be
mm.
honest, I didn't think he really had anything to stand on. Like,
No
but
validity at all.
you put out diss records, literally baiting him to say those things about you
Right.
that he would later on say. So, and you said defamatory things about him as well. So it really had no merit at
No
all anyway.
legs. None.
Yeah. Nah, but I think it's a good time for hip hop, man. I think that it's a good precedent to set.
Absolutely. And thank you to federal judge Jeanette Vargas for shutting this down. Basically
Yo,
saying nobody believe like for you to spark this record like this beef and then you want to turn around and then act play victim basically, bro. She was like, "Nah." And plus basically what validated her decision in her mind was like, yeah, these are disparaging lyrics, but that's the nature of diss records.
mhm.
Nobody takes these lyrics of Kendrick's to heart. Nobody deems them as fact. So therefore, like, I'm dissolving this thing. And thank God someone with common sense made that decision because it was just the most obvious thing. It was a last minute ditch effort, basically to pull the rug under Kendrick, try to stop this momentum
Yeah.
because he knew he was getting cooked. Thank God for Jeanette Vargas, bro.
Yeah, man, straight up. Because, and I think that, like I said, I think it's a great precedent to set because when you think about diss records, man, like most of the stuff is you're saying it isn't truth. People don't think because you said something in a diss record, it's the truth. Like that's not,
Right.
as I've said on this podcast before, I'm a big battle rap fan. Like I watch Smack URL, all that good stuff. And they say the most crazy, outlandish stuff about each other
Yeah.
humanly possible. Lies, they'll make up stories about them, their family, like whatever. And like to set a precedent of we're, if you say it in there, I can sue you for defamation because you said something that's not true. It's wild. It's
It's
wild.
wild.
Yeah,
It's
so it was
wild.
wild from the jump. And I think that yeah, man, justice was served. You feel me? Like
Justice was served. The
a
judge even
cornball was served. A goofy was served.
the judge even said like Drake has made diss records where he says similar things to other people before too. So yeah, man, it was a good day, bro, to see that happen, bro. And
Yeah, man.
apparently Drake's team they made a statement that they're going to appeal this dismissal.
Well, he
Just
just
stop,
keep
bro.
making this spanking worse. Like, bro,
Just stop.
I saw a post by shout out Justin Hunt who's interviewed for our book that's coming out. Yo, Justin Hunt, I saw a post by him that said Drake lost this rap beef the black way and the white way.
I saw that too. I saw that
Yo,
too. Yeah, he
bro,
did,
you
bro.
why just stop, bro. You've not
Stop.
stopped. Like this would have been forgotten by now if you had just took your
I
L and
swear.
just started making some good music. You continue to take L after L after L after L, and you just won't
Just let
stop.
it go. Just let it go. We're nearing 2026. This shouldn't even be a story. If he would have dropped even if like if he would have dropped his upcoming album Iceman, which nobody on within the hip hop community cares about, I don't think, other
Not at
than
all.
just loyal non-hip hop Drake fans. Like if he would have just did that, or his album with Party would have hit harder, nobody would care, bro. That's how fast music moves. That's how fast hip hop culture moves. But of course, he's gonna linger on this because he can't get over the fact that a 5'6" dude out of Compton destroyed him. Like he just can't get over it.
He cannot let it go, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. I've went back to Not Like Us more this week than I have in the past month or so. You know what I
Look
mean?
at
Like
that.
this made me want to listen to Not Like Us more, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it's gonna raise back into the charts because you're just a complete cornball.
Corny in every sense of the
Like
word,
this,
bro. And it's
like,
proof.
and it's just the most anti hip hop move that I've seen. Like
That he stood on.
that he
Like,
stood on.
yeah, in every sense of the word. He's doing like he's messing with streamers. We talked about it like on the pod. Like he's messing with all white, far right streamers. Like he's removed himself out of the hip hop conversation and community entirely. And he
Yeah,
continues to do that
bro has become
based
a
on
full
this.
blown MAGA MC.
Crazy. I never thought I'd see the day somebody of Drake's stature would turn like this so quickly. Like an unwarranted too. He's done this on his own accord, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
Crazy.
man. Nasty work, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is good news, man. This is good for hip hop. It's good for
It
hip hop culture.
is. It
It's
is.
good for music, man. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to sue over lyrics. You know what I mean? Like that's not that's not what hip hop is about, man. And it's definitely not what battle rap is about. So
Absolutely not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to K Dot. This is another W. Even though this lawsuit wasn't against you, it's another win for Kendrick.
It's another win too. It definitely is. And I never thought I would shout out a judge. Shout out
I
Judge
was just
Janet
gonna say,
Vargas.
when you said that, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know her track record to be shouting it out. You feel me? I don't want to shout
Uh,
out, and then I found out she done did some dirt.
She probably shoot. Let me not even say it. Let me not even say it. Judicial system itself cannot doesn't
Yeah,
have the best record. Let's just say that. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
can't
But
be on record shouting
uh,
out a judge, but
yes, but this
this was a good
decision,
one.
this was a good one. This
This
was
was
a good
good.
one. We can agree,
Yeah, we definitely can agree there, man. Also, man, where you want to go from here?
man. So I want to talk about that versus, man. Versus is coming back, bro.
Bro, Versus is coming. And you know what the crazy thing is? Before this announcement, I honestly completely thought Versus was done. I didn't know that it was still gonna
Yeah.
continue. I remember it being sold, but I didn't. I don't know. I just thought they kind of like just got rid of it by now because it's been a while
Mhm.
since they really pumped up a Versus battle. But this one, man, it took the world by storm. For those who do not know, October 25th in Las Vegas, there will be a Versus, and this is gonna be Cash Money versus No Limits. Um,
Yes.
these have been rivals for a long, long time.
Hmm.
Long, long time. These are both Southern rap legends, legendary conglomerates. What? All right, let's start off here. I feel like I know your answer already, but let's start here. Who do you think is gonna win?
Cash Money easily. And I said it that fast for a reason, bro. Cash Money is going to win this. Like I don't see any, I don't see it happening any different than them getting washed. I
Okay, so
well, yeah,
hold on.
not washed.
So I think first things first, we gotta.
Yeah,
And I'm wondering if they're gonna do it this way. Does
yeah.
it have to be actual Cash Money records, or can it be the solo artist?
Oh, that's a
If
good
it's just Cash
question.
Money, as far as actual records that were put out by Cash Money as a group,
Yeah.
that that ain't that quick of an answer, like how you saying.
And I wonder too. I should have thought of this too. I know Young Money is under Cash Money. I'm
Yeah,
assuming that Young Money is involved
yeah,
in this as
yeah. I don't
well.
think that's fair though. I don't think you can use the spinoffs.
Dang, so that's going to be a little challenging.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
why I
I
said.
still pick Cash Money though. I still
Yeah, I
pick.
would still pick Cash Money, but I'm gonna be real. It depends. It depends on what counts and what doesn't. Cause I'm gonna be
Mm.
real. Mystical got some joints.
He got some joints
Now
that
he
could
in the
set
joints,
a
so he can't
venue
perform
off.
the joints. But Mystical got
That
some.
is funny, bro. Like we not gonna just skip past that. He in the joints, we can't do the joints. Crazy, but yeah,
He
man.
got some.
Yeah,
But Danger. Shake It Fast, them going stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be
All right.
honest. And then Master P had some joints that I liked. You know what I mean? I think
Mm.
Bout It is gonna go crazy.
About it hard.
Make
About
him say,
it hard.
of course, is gonna go stupid. Like,
Oh, stupid. All right. Now name one by
and
Silk the
hold on,
Shocker.
and I'm gonna name. I'm not gonna do that. I've never listened to Silk the Shaka on purpose before.
Oh
What
my
I am gonna
lord,
say
man.
though is you shouldn't answer that fast anyway, because one of our fraternity anthems is made by No Limit, and that is "Down for My,"
Mm.
you know what I mean, by C.
Never learned to stroll because I didn't care. All right.
That was one of the few strolls I knew. You know what I mean? I ain't learned that many,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that
Mm.
that joint is stupid.
Man, cash money it is. Yeah.
You still going Cash Money?
I'm going cash money, bro.
Oh,
They
well,
got
all
too
right.
many
So,
hits.
so even if you only can use Cash Money, you can't use no solo Wayne stuff. You can't use no solo Juke. Like just the
Man,
records they made together. You still going Cash Money.
bro. So I'm trying to like think about, are we only talking about like cash money compilation projects or
That's what
something?
actually, you know what? They probably gonna play all the spinoffs.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
they embody everything that's come under that umbrella, then yeah, Cash Money is watching them.
Let me ask you, who got better hits between the CEOs? Because that will determine some things too. Birdman or Master P? Who got the best or most hits? Because that's two different categories too to me. You know what I mean? It's
Michael,
kind of tougher than people think.
that's tough.
Yeah,
If we just go by CEO, because I want to say Master P, but I can't because Birdman got some sneaky joints with Wayne that I like.
he
Stunning like my daddy
do.
and all that is like,
It's stupid, man.
yeah, I might have to go Birdman for real.
Stunt like my daddy, money to blow.
Ooh.
Oh man, are we, is Rich Gang a part of it? Kinda? I
Oh,
don't
now he
know.
can't count Rich Gang too.
I
If,
can't really see
if you
that
can count
counting as
all of
well.
the spinoffs, then they are going to win by a long shot
Yeah,
because he's been
it's
he's been
tough.
active longer. Like Master P kind of left and went into other things
Yeah,
outside of music. Like
yeah.
he went more into movies and other
Mm,
entrepreneurial efforts. So like sports. So like I
yeah,
don't know if it's like Master P coaching a whole basketball team right now. Like
yeah, yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not fair because
yeah.
Cash Money is still going. Like
Yeah,
they
Cash
still
Money's still
going.
active. Like, so
You
I
know what I
feel
mean?
like because then if you could do their solo projects, that means he could do Drake and Wayne and Nicki and
It's not fair,
yeah,
bro. It's
that's
not
crazy.
fair.
But if you judge it just based, I
Yeah,
think it's more fair if you say just Cash Money, they're them as a group, they're like records, and then
yeah.
just No Limit records.
That's tough, bro.
Or I
Because
feel
the
like if you
Hot
cut it off
Boys,
within a certain period, it's more
you
fair.
got to do that. Like for me, you got to, okay, who's the hottest from like 95 to 2000? Like to me, that's a closer
That's closer.
conversation. That's way closer because
Yeah,
that was when No
if you
Limit
go
was
from
peak.
98 to 2005, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? I feel like
yeah,
that's more fair. But if you
yeah.
go past that, then yes, it's ugly.
Yeah, it's ugly just because of longevity.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
think
saying?
I don't know if there is no other song that makes me want to throw something as much as See Murder.
Oh, yeah.
Down for my Cash Money don't have no song like that that made me want to throw something.
Not nah, I was about to
They
say,
don't have a
who's the
violent song number. They don't have
yeah.
a song as hype as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hype as that
But they
one,
got
bruh.
back that thing up. So I mean, I really don't
They
know.
got bet that thing,
I
they
don't
got
know
bling
that. I don't know.
bling.
That's hard to beat.
Yeah. The block is hot. I'm assuming we can count that because it's that
Yeah.
era. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, it's
But and
I
then
still go
Juvenile,
cash
but this is
money.
why I'm really gonna give it to Cash Money hands down. Juvenile. If you like,
Yes,
people
bro.
don't talk about Juvenile enough.
They don't,
Juvenile
bro.
joint,
He got some joints, bro. He
like
got some joints. Like, and, bro,
slow
people
motion
forget.
for slow motion for me.
Yeah, people forget Juvenile was the guy. Like he was the guy.
100%.
Wayne was kind of unexpected. Like if you listen to Hot Boys, like first couple albums, you like Juvie is the one. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I didn't
100%.
see Wayne becoming Wayne whatsoever. I actually like BG and Juvie the most. Like when I listen to their early works, bro.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean? It's the underdog that always comes out on top. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not always, but
Not
often comes out on
always,
top. Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going Cash Money too, man. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm with you. So what you saying is that Lil Romeo ain't got a chance.
Not at all. I'm sorry. Romeo ain't got a chance, bro. Romeo
Look, if
ain't
that
got a
Romeo
chance,
come on,
bro.
that's a game changer, bro.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's a momentum downer. I don't see that moving the needle at all, bro. I'm
You
sorry.
don't remember Basketball by Romeo?
I remember basketball, but I remember Bow Wow, and Bow Wow was topping anything
Bow
Romeo
Wow
came.
not Bow Wow not Cash Money,
He's not Cash Money,
is he?
but like, and people I think overrate Romeo a lot, bro. I think they
I
overrate
don't
Lil
think
Romeo
nobody
a lot,
overrates
bro.
Romeo, bro.
You don't think nobody gives him
But when have
more
you ever
praise than
heard somebody
deserved?
say Romeo was the truth? I've never heard nobody say that. I think he's ranked just as fine, like where he's
Where
from.
would you have ranked him during that period among young childhood artists,
Where there was
like
only two
childhood?
childhood rappers who was popping at the time, so
Who was the
he was
who
at the
was the
bottom.
biggest? Okay, all right,
But
all
Bow
right.
Wow was a superstar.
Bow Wow was the
Even though
one, bro,
you got Ohio bias, even
for
without the
sure,
Ohio
for sure.
bias, it wasn't even
Admittedly,
close. It wasn't even
yeah,
close, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Every like Bow
But
Wow
yeah,
was ace. I told you my first concert was Bow Wow, so
mm-hmm.
I was a child right there at the concert, Harlem shaking, like so I can
Harlem shaking, man.
Harlem shaking and crip walking, bro. We ain't
To
even had no
beware the
business.
dog.
I had no business crip walking.
Yo, man, yeah. And then Bow Wow say he's trying to get into music. I don't want to deviate, but he said he's going back into music. I'm curious to see what that sounds like, bro. Just off
You
nostalgia
said that
purposes,
Bow
man.
Wow?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at it either,
I
bro.
feel like we
It's,
need some
might as
more
well.
like hip hop lady records. And
For
I feel like Bow
sure.
Wow did that. We don't give Bow Wow enough credit for the great ones he made.
Yeah,
I'm
for
talking about
sure.
as
We
an
don't.
adult. I'm talking like
For sure. As a young adult.
I'm talking about like Let Me Hold You Down with Omarion. I'm talking
Yeah.
like the
Out of my
joint
system.
Out of My System, the one he had with Sierra,
Yeah. All
uh,
that.
Like You. Like I
Like
feel
you.
like he got some
Fire.
legendary hip hop R&B type of records as an adult. And I don't feel like we give him enough credit for that. So I like to
Yeah,
hear the
we
Bow
don't.
Wow album. I'm with it.
I love it, bro. Like we need fun women records too. Yeah, like just fun records, bro. This will surprise you. You a Chicago native, so this might surprise you. Young Berg. I'm not saying like he's a producer now, hit maker. Like he didn't
I
rebrand it.
was
He's
not
a totally
expecting you
different
to
thing.
say that name. I don't know
I
why.
didn't expect it to say it either. But like I would want some records like that, bro. That's just fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just some fun
We need some
records,
more
bro.
smooth hip hop records. I agree.
100%, bro. 100%. So yeah, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to that. I
Shout out to
still,
this man. I'm
yeah.
gonna be tuned into this for sure. I'm guessing it's streaming somewhere.
I would hope it's streaming somewhere. Complex kind of little, you know what I mean? The setup is a little different, but hopefully they're streaming
If
this. I
not,
would imagine.
I'll be finding the dirty link on YouTube.
Some type of
That's
link.
how I go with
Yeah.
streams, bro. If I can't find it when I need to find it, I'm going to YouTube.
Every boxing fan knows they got a certain set of sites they go to for occasions like these. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
So yeah.
100%.
So
We
we
are
not
not
missing this
encouraging
one.
illegal streaming, and we're just saying what we're gonna do.
Of course not. No piracy. Of course not. Of
Yeah,
course not.
no,
Yeah,
absolutely
I
not.
mean,
All
but
right,
send
well,
it if you got it. It's like, no. But yeah, man.
yes, sir. What else we got, man?
Mobb Deep, man, Infinite album, posthumous album technically because R.I.P. the Prodigy, Havoc, the Alchemist were heavily involved in this. Obviously, this project, man, the Infinite. What did you think when you heard Mobb Deep's newest project?
I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, I was thoroughly impressed and happy by this project and how it turned out.
Mm,
Like, it
okay,
sounds like Mobb Deep, like exactly how I would expect them to sound and how they've sounded in the past. And that you don't often get that with posthumous records, man. Sometimes people go like deviate so far from the original sound of that artist and the production from that artist.
yeah,
Um, and I think that this sounds like Mobb Deep. And maybe
hmm
that's because there's still a member, alive. But I think that it is it's fire, bro. I'm gonna be real. I think that
mm,
I was thoroughly impressed. Of course, like some people will listen to it, and if you're not a Mobb Deep fan or you've never listened to their music, you're gonna
right,
think this sounds dated. I mean,
hmm
because it does. It sounds like a '90s project. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
But it's hard though. They got some records on here, man. There was something that I really, really liked. I like the intro joint Against the World. I loved Look at Me with Mobb Deep clips. I thought that record was hard. I think they like them rapping back to back with clips. It just sounded amazing. Like, and it
Crazy,
was just like, dang, I wish
crazy.
they had did some time when Prodigy was around because it's dope. Taj Mahal
Taj Mahal, fire. That's
produced
my
by
favorite record.
Alchemist. Yeah, that's one of my favorites on there too. Amazing. One of my other favorite ones, man, Porter Henny, Mobb Deep and Nas was stupid.
Stupid.
Um, Definitely love that one. I would say that those are probably my favorites. I also like Clear Black Nights with Ghostface and Raekwon.
for
I thought
sure.
that joint was hard too. So all in all, man, I enjoyed it. I think that they did a good job of making this something that would be appealing to people who love Mobb Deep as a group. I'm somebody who has some. I'm not the biggest Mobb Deep fan in the world, but I grew up
Mm,
listening to some of their records, and yeah, this is on par with what I remember. So
yeah.
yeah, shout out Mobb Deep, man. What did you think?
No, I think initially when I heard it, I wasn't into it, bro, because it does have that dated sound. It kind of has that gritty New York '90s sound. So at
Very New
first, I
York.
was kind of taken aback by it. I was just like, I don't know if I'm in the. I don't, it was more of a mood thing for me. You know what I mean? I kind of had to get into the mood to listen to a record like this. But as I got more into it, as it got to maybe closer to the halfway point, I feel like this album really got in a full gear, full swing. So like records that I love from this album, because I love a lot of records from this album. The M to O,
Hard.
the B with Big Noid, man. That joint is hard. Big
That
Noid
joint is
is
hard.
fire. Got a fire verse on there,
You're
bro.
not
One of my
lying.
favorite verses, man. Down for You, I wasn't like crazy about. Georgia Smith, I'm a fan of, but I'm not a super fan of her. But with like, so I was worried initially as the song kicked off, but then I felt like it got into a groove for Down for You. Taj Mahal, like I said, that's my favorite record. And in fact,
Hard.
almost every single song that the Alchemist is credited on this album, I love.
I agree.
I love.
I almost feel like he should have just did the whole thing.
He should have just did this whole thing, bro. Because he just knows Mobb Deep. He knows Prodigy, Havoc, obviously, because he worked with him in the past. So he felt like a necessary ingredient, bro. So every time he was involved, had hands on, you know what I mean? Like the beat, the production, the sequencing of everything, it was magic, bro, pretty much from start to finish. And I love like the features on here. You could tell they went into this project as a real tribute. They knew they had to step up their game, and they also knew they wanted to give homage to these legends, man. One past, one living. So Raekwon, Ghostface for Clear Black Nights killed it. Nas on Down for You killed it. The Clips, as you mentioned, killed it on Look
Yep.
at Me.
Yep.
So
Super.
all in all, bro, I think this is a really good body of work, especially as a posthumous album. You know, your hands are kind of tied with what you can and cannot work with. But I think for what it is, The Infinite is a solid body of work, man. Solid.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more, bro. This ranks high for a posthumous release. Like I said, there have been a lot of bad posthumous releases.
Yeah.
People who try to modernize them. And I don't think
Yes.
that's the way to go. I think a lot of them would take old verses and try to put them over super modern sounding beats that fit the time. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever a good idea just because sonically it typically just doesn't work. When you stick to the sound that artist made when they passed away. And I think that
100%.
that's what they did here. And that's why to me it works.
Yeah, because heard bad Biggie renditions. Like they put
Absolutely.
Biggie on, and like that's not what the artist intended. You know what I mean? To make these songs out there. So just because you speed it up and put this 2010, 2020 beat over it doesn't mean it's gonna make sense. But
Yeah,
so
there's
I
only
think
like
they,
two
yeah,
Biggie ones that they put out that I actually liked. I'm gonna be real. And that is
yeah,
Spit Your Game, I think it worked.
I think it worked.
I think that was Swiss Beats produced.
Hmm.
And what was the other one? What was the joint with 112?
Oh, bruh, it's a
Nasty Girl.
slavery nasty girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't remember that one, but
Oh,
I
if
remember.
you heard it, you'll know it. It's one of those that
Okay,
if you hear it, you'll know it. But to me, that was those are probably two of the only like posthumous ones that of bigs that I liked.
for sure, because a lot of them just didn't work. You know what I mean? But you know, this one does because of that reason. Like the producers went to the world that Mobb Deep intended. You know what I mean, or that they created sonically, and I feel like it just worked out this way, bro, for the best, essentially. So, dope, dope, dope project.
Dope project, man. Highly recommend. If you're a fan of Mobb Deep, if you're a fan of that late '90s, early 2000s hip hop sound from New York, I feel like you're gonna enjoy this. I think it's worth listening to. Don't just skip it because it's posthumous. Like, check it out. If you're a fan of Mobb Deep, I think you'll enjoy it for
Yeah,
sure.
bro. And biasly, like I love when rappers talk about kicking it with their wives, bro. Like that joint is just so fire. Like Taj Mahal, I went to with Miss P to go to the casino, yada yada. Like that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, it was hard. It was
You know what I
hard. I
mean?
ain't
Like
gonna
that's
lie.
some fly stuff.
It was some fly grown up like verses in there that I was like, oh, this is
For
hard.
sure. For sure, man. So solid, solid.
Yeah, solid, solid, 100%, man. What else we got, man? Okay, so Drake lost a lawsuit, Mobb Deep versus what else we got?
Man, we got beat the freestyle conversation, man. So I was
Yes.
I was listening to Big Daddy Kane. He was on the Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay, yeah, the podcast, and he was talking about the origins of the freestyle in the
Hmm.
'80s. He said, "Yo, freestyle where it always began was it's free of style, meaning you're just rapping, not necessarily just off the top of your head, but what you're rapping about has no specific subject." which
Absolutely.
which means, ladies and gentlemen, that rappers during that period, they would only get on a record if they had something truly to say.
Absolutely. I want all of y'all to hear that. It was not
Yes.
normal to go on a song and just ramble off topic. Right?
Like it
You
is commonly today.
today y'all just say anything and everything's a freestyle. But back in the day, that a freestyle meant you can just go off and talk about whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like braggadocious, like if you want to talk about you the best MC in the room, that's what a freestyle was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so basically, I've I'm a comment hunter. Like I look for like funny comments or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So one of them said, by definition, then Big Daddy Kane, Lil Wayne is then the best freestyler of all time. What are your thoughts, bro? We talked about how we don't feel like Lil Wayne has always, to say that he's never talked about things of like true subject or of true substance, I think is not true. I think is doing Wayne a disservice. Georgia
Yeah,
Bush we use as an example, but what do you think about that comment?
so I think it's safe to say post
Part of two?
early 2000s, definitely Carter 2. Carter 2 is his last to me album where he really stayed on topic. And really
Yeah, I think that's
has
safe to
had
say.
meaningful songs that are like solely on the topic. They did not veer off and talk about drugs. They did not veer off and talk about shooting somebody grandmama house or none of that up. Like nothing crazy. Like they didn't go off on a tangent, if you will. I
Yeah,
would say the Carter Two is the last project that he had that did that for me. If that is the criteria, as far as rapping really well when you ain't talking about nothing, I don't think anybody does that better than Lil Wayne. So I would agree.
I think he's at the top of the list, bro. And we love Lil Wayne. That's the irony, bro. But we got to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
as far as
eh,
like just rapping, but there's no like it's not cohesive. It's I'm just using some dope metaphors to like,
yeah,
you know what I mean, say whatever, but it's not like necessarily on a specific topic. Yeah, I don't think anybody does it better than Wayne. Wayne puts words together very well.
extremely well.
I have never I still can't believe that man said real G's move in silence like lasagna. I ain't been right since. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't been right since. That had me stuck for a good 2 days. I was like, dang, Wayne really said.
Yo, man, yeah. The
You
fact that
know?
it still lingers in our mind even today, bro, is a testament to how great a rapper, freestyler, whatever you want to call it, Wayne is. But I think for that topic, bro, I agree. I think Wayne, when it comes to like that type of rap style, I think he's among the best. And I
Mhm.
also think there was a documentary about the Carter Three that never, I don't think it ever came out, or when it did, it wasn't polished or whatever. And Wayne talked about how in that phase, in that period in his life, he stopped writing down lyrics. So I think that has a lot to do with that shift musically, conceptually, like where he's not really talking about specific things or sticking to those subjects
Yeah.
throughout an entire song's length. You know what I mean? I think that has all to do with it. Plus, I'm sure some personal things he was going with that were later made public maybe have something to do with that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in his life in that way, but I
Yeah.
think it all kind of coalesced or came together because of that reason. You know what I mean? If you stop writing down lyrics, not to say that all artists do that, because we see a whole still make conceptual songs too and really stick to it. But like if you do that, it's kind of hard to stay on topic, bro.
Yeah, but I
It
think
is.
I think the difference is I think Jay-Z doesn't write as far as physically. Like
Yeah.
from what I've heard people explain how Jay-Z raps is he's still putting it together. He's just doing it in his head. And he's punching
Hmm.
in. So he's thinking of a line, rapping it, then punching in, and then thinking of a few more lines. So he's still putting it together. He's just doing it in his head versus on paper.
Hmm.
Wayne, I think, is really going in there and just going.
Just going.
From the
Yeah.
videos I've seen of Wayne, Wayne is just going in there and rapping, which is completely, yeah, which is very easy to be off topic. If that is your style of is just like I'm just going in here and I'm just gonna rap and just say whatever I feel. then I think that's gonna have very, very different results than what Jay-Z is doing. So I think
Very
that
different. Yeah.
but like I said, Wayne usually on each album will have a song
Yeah.
or two that is
Usually.
on topic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But all in all, though, I will say that as far as rapping off topic, but still saying some bars that just how you stuck, like, dang, that's crazy. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going Wayne, hands down.
Yeah. And that's why this may be controversy to some. I don't care. I've never put Wayne in like my top 15, like just because of that reason. Like I've
Mm.
never considered him. At one point, he was everybody's favorite rapper. Like between maybe 2008, 2010, maybe 2011 for some people, he was at the top of the game. Like honestly, but I never consider him at the top of my list for that reason. Like if I can't necessarily go to certain albums, I'm not talking about individual songs. If I can't point out an album that really stuck with me, that really tugged on certain emotional chords for me, I can't put you in my top 15, top 10. I just can't.
See, Wayne is definitely in my top 15. And I think
Okay.
I think Wayne is in my top 15 just because of I think Carter 2 to me is is that project where I can go to that does
Mm,
have songs that pull on my heartstrings. It is that is solid and has some substance in it. I would say it's Carter 2.
mm,
The reason why Wayne really is in my top 15 though is just because that mixtape run, I'm just not able to
mm.
discount what he did on mixtapes, bro. Like to me, it was nobody has even came close to what Lil Wayne did on mixtapes. That man was putting out 5, 6 mixtapes a year. It felt like at one point. That mixtape run was crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, so I think just off of that and off of lyrical ability, I probably have to. He definitely not in my top 10, but 15. It'd be hard for me to find 15 rappers that have been more impactful and rap better than Wayne.
yeah. I
Now, there's
think
definitely rappers who
yeah,
got 15 who got better bodies of work for sure.
that's my thing. That's my only thing. And
Yeah,
like
100%.
so not to discredit the mixtapes. And mind you, I have to revisit those mixtapes because I haven't in
Oh
years.
man, look,
I have to. I
go
have
you
to.
got to go back to Drought 3,
Yeah.
dedication to No Ceilings. Like he
No
was
ceilings
rapping,
fire,
bro. Like
man.
he made
Yeah,
he rapped
yeah.
so good on people's other people's songs that I only listen to his version.
They not listen to the original. That's a fact.
No.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
we're
don't
R&B
like
guys. Yeah.
outside of the chorus of Swag Surfing, I don't want to hear the rest of Swag Surfing. I want to hear that lighter flick in Wayne's version of Swag Surfing.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like yeah, his is the first one that pops in my mind.
And so for me, like I think about body like totality. Like I think about totality. Like I haven't enjoyed a Lil Wayne album in full in a long time. And I don't say that like,
No, you're right. I haven't probably since the Carter 3.
yeah. And the
In
Carter 4,
full,
like I don't hate, but like I don't love it. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm
Like,
talking about like in full where I think this is like an amazing project. Like,
yeah.
yeah, nah.
Yeah,
There's
man.
like Carter 4 has joints on it.
For sure. It got joints on there. But like I'm not revisiting it, like personally. Not really. Like John is on there, I think. John
Yeah.
I'll listen to,
I would say
right?
Carter 5 got joints on it.
Carter 5 got joints too, but like
Carter 5 got joints on it too. It to me it's just not like all in all.
that's what I'm saying.
Like
And
Up
Carter,
Four is on
yeah.
Carter 5.
Mhm.
Like there's joints on Mona Lisa with Kendrick is on that one.
Yeah.
Let It All Work Out. To me, there's joints
Let
on.
it all work out. I love.
He
I love
usually
that
puts
joint.
out albums, and there's always gonna be at least 3 or 4 joints on there that are
For
fire.
sure.
But as far as like a great project all in all, no, it's probably yeah.
Yeah.
Probably had not since the Carter 3. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't as crazy about the Carter 3 as other people were.
Really?
Um,
That's a shock. I've never heard anyone say that. Hmm.
I wasn't. When it came out, I was like, there's songs on there that are dope and catchy, but like he wasn't talking about nothing on the Carter 3.
Yeah.
There was just extremely catchy songs that were big, like Lollipop is like an extremely
Lollipop.
catchy
Fire.
song, but he ain't talking about nothing on Lollipop.
Nothing. Not a
Mrs.
nothing.
Officer is a cool theme song, so I like there's joints on the Carter 3, but it wasn't like
Mhm.
I wasn't as in love with the Carter 3. And it might be because I was listening to a lot of conscious rap at the time.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
if the songs weren't talking about nothing during that era, I wasn't necessarily running to it because that was the
Mhm.
era where Kanye was dropping crazy stuff as far as
Oh,
messaging. You know
classics,
what I
bro.
mean?
Classics.
So his coming out around that time frame, I just wasn't as impressed as other people were. But I got the impact of it because it had hits,
It got
like
hits, bro.
non-stop
Yes,
hits on it.
man.
but it didn't
Yeah.
have those records with substance that the Carter 2 did. So I think that's why I wasn't like
Mhm.
crazy about it.
Yeah, I think the Carter 2 is the best in that entire series. And I don't know, people have to revisit it. I feel like people didn't pay attention unless you were a bit older during that time
Yeah,
frame and really got the grasp of who Lil Wayne was, the evolution he had that early. Like Carter 2 got some of my favorite. Like ain't Go DJ on Carter 2 or am I tripping?
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that got some of my
Fireman is on
favorite
there
joints
too.
on there. Fireman, Fire.
Money
Yeah.
on My Mind, I believe is on there. Like all of that, all of to
Yeah.
me, my favorite um Wayne songs are on Carter 2. So,
Honestly.
so I think that's why I also judge hard because I discovered Wayne from the Carter 2. I mean, I've heard him on
Yeah.
other songs like some of the Cash Money stuff, but like my first time really being introduced to Wayne as a solo artist was really the Carter 2.
100%.
Because I was young when the Carter 2 dropped. So like that was my first time really being introduced. So for me, that was like the standard I set from Wayne was like
Mhm.
Fireman, Money on My Mind, that
Yeah.
style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I heard Carter 3 and it was more kind of some of the songs were more kind of goofy. It wasn't like it's like it had more like lighthearted, you know what I mean? Poppy
Yeah.
records. You know what I mean?
Poppy
So
fun records, man. That's why I still love Carter 3 that day. That period, Jewels, Wayne were my favorite artists at that time. You know what
I
I
can
mean?
see why.
You know what I mean?
They
Yeah.
were both on one. And we still never got I Can't Feel My Face.
Man. And now I don't want it. I don't even want it now, bro.
No,
It's long overdue. But yeah, man. Um, Wayne is still a legend, but legend for interesting reasons and other ways too. Just like when it comes to like his evolution musically, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
but I'll say like there aren't too many people who have as many fire verses as Wayne.
not at all.
Like
Not
even
at
his
all.
features. That's why I said there's no way I can't put Wayne in my just for what he did on features. You know what I mean? I remember the era where you were not turning on a radio and not hearing Wayne on the song. It just wasn't happening, bro.
Make It Rain with Wayne. Oh my God. He got too many features, bro.
Uh, one of my favorite Wayne features is "Hustle Hard."
Hustle Hard. Oh wow. Is that Ace Hood?
Ace Hood, him on the remix.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid.
yeah. So yeah. But I would definitely say as far as the freestyling tip, yeah, Wayne got it.
He got it, bro. I can't really think of anybody off the top.
Unless we talking about like yeah, if we're using that definition for freestyling, yes, Wayne got it.
Yeah.
Now we talking about off the top of the head and who could just rap the best for like
Mhm.
I mean, Black Thought, I mean, we gotta bring people like that into the
Yeah.
conversation. We gotta
Cannabis, I'm sure. I'm sure the cannabis
Cass
hive
Cass
would love that.
oh cannabis yo, stop leaving us cannabis. Look, man, we're sorry. Yo, the cannabis haters will not leave us alone, y'all. We made one little remark about Kendrick
Yeah.
being better than cannabis, and they have been on our head ever since.
Ever since, bro. And I still stand on it. I'm taking
Oh,
Kendrick
I'm
over
not. I'm never.
cannabis a thousand times over.
I'm never taking that back, and it's not close.
It's not close, bro. I'm not listening to a dude who's yeah, man. Whatever. Whatever. I don't even want to stir it up again. I don't even want to
Don't
stir it
do
up
it.
again,
Don't do
man.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, shout out Wayne, man. I just want a good body of work from Wayne.
That's what I want, bro. And that's why he's not in my top 15, bro. Like, for that reason.
We
You
gonna
know what I
have to put a
mean?
list together, man. Because naming 15 rappers who rap better than Wayne is kind of crazy.
I can name 15 artists with better discography. I'm a discography dude.
Well, if
Like
it's discography,
yeah.
then yeah.
I like to look at legacy. Like when I think of an artist's legacy, I'm looking at a totality. You know what I mean? With guardrails, you know what I'm saying? Because Ghostface is still dropping music, but I don't and he's dropping good music too. But
Great.
like his cutoff was like maybe 2009 for me that I consider his legacy, like
Yeah,
musically, you know what I'm saying? But some may feel different. You know what I mean? It just
yeah,
depends. Like LL Cool J, he dropped the album last year. I don't count that towards his legacy.
yeah.
You know
He's
what I
like he
mean?
was already solidified by the time.
Already solidified,
Bro,
long solidified after that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Or
bro, been
before
out for
that.
dang near 40 years.
Like
So
that's crazy. In movies, film, or like TV shows, you know what I mean? He's
yeah,
on a different wave. He's on a different level.
yeah. He just doing music for fun at this point.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But hey, we got some hidden hits to get into.
Yes, sir. We do. We do. What's your list, bro? What's some hidden hits you got?
Man, hidden hits. Man, look, there's a project that it snuck by me, man, and it's only because of how much music he puts out. LaRussell, man, for those who do not know, LaRussell puts out dang near 10 projects a year, okay?
for sure.
So sometimes I miss him. You know what I mean? And I miss this joint he has called Sobriety.
Mm,
Came out back in April, and it is fire. You know what I mean? Short project, 8 songs, 20 minutes, but hard. Like some amazing,
hmm
more thought provoking, definitely transparent records about his journey and just where he is and fire, bro. Like highly recommend checking it out. It's called Sobriety by La Russell. Some of the joints on there that I would say you should definitely check out, if nothing else. The intro, Back to Basics, um, uh, Break Bread,
hmm
and A Coward Dies Many Deaths are all like just an amazing record. So that's definitely one that I want to say for hidden hits that, like I said, it snuck by me. I didn't even realize that it came out because like La Russell dropped so frequently that sometimes you would miss one. And I think that was one that I missed that I think was definitely hard, man. Another one I want to give, man, is D'Angelo also had a joint with Redman and Method Man called Left and Right.
Mm.
RIP D'Angelo. Also want to put that on those hidden hits, man. Definitely a dope record to check out. And last but not least, I want to do a record. Um, I'm gonna go. You know what? I think I'm gonna do the Ride remix.
Okay.
For those who do not know, we didn't talk about it on here, but the music video for Chance the Rapper new joint Ride featuring Twista, the remix dropped, and the video is hard. So I would
Yeah.
definitely recommend checking out the music video, but then also checking out the song. It's called Ride. It's all for Chance the Rapper's latest project.
100%. That's a good list, though. That's a good list. Got some Chance, got some D'Angelo, Red and Meth. That's a good list.
Yeah, what you
My
got?
list is shorter. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't listening to much music this weekend. I was preparing for a proposal, but I will say
Yeah,
though, um,
gotta do it. That's a little bit more important.
yeah, I mean, but yo, one of my homeboys actually asked me, because he's in New York. He said, Earl, what song should I prepare from the Cardi album that I should pretend that I know when I hit this club tonight? I said, listen, she got a few on here, bro. She
Mm,
got a more than a few, bro.
that's
So I listen to Airtime with
hard.
Cardi, recommend that, and then Check Please with Cardi. You know what I'm
Those are
saying?
the hardest ones on there too.
They the hardest ones. Now that could easily go into some nonsense, some nice nonsense, but I'm gonna put it in the hidden
Yeah,
hits
I
too.
was gonna say that was generous of you to not put that nice nonsense.
It's some nonsense too, but some quality nonsense. And then I'm gonna go back a year. I'm gonna go back a year and a half actually, because we're almost in 2026. But 21 Savage, I felt like his album American Dream kind of went under the radar a lot. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And he has a song called All of Me. I hear a lot that 21 isn't very introspective, and I couldn't disagree more. Like I feel like his singles, no, but as far as like his actual album cuts, like he has some really deep stuff that he talks about, mainly about his relationship with his family, him and his mother in particular, and just some of the things that he's gone through. So I would say All of Me is like a really deep, a really well produced song. And American Dream is an album that I think is worth listening to if you haven't really dove into 21 Savage discography, man. So I would say those are some hidden hits that come to mind for me. Yeah.
all right, all right.
Um,
Next, we got Nice Nonsense, man. These are some joints that we really like, but we know that there's no substance here.
yeah.
So don't go and look for it. All right.
Yeah.
Mine is G Herbo. I got to give it to a track he has called Reason. Definitely nonsense. Not much redeemable qualities here, but hard, I would say.
Yeah.
He's on the road promoting the new album Lil Herb that drops next month. So um definitely got it. Definitely that's one that's hard. Can't lie. This one I honestly shouldn't really put on, this isn't necessarily a hip hop record, but it kind of is. It's a song called Lit Again, by Trey Songz, Feather, Ray J, random. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's called Lit
Wow.
Again.
Okay.
The hard record, man. Definitely will check that one out. And then the last nonsense I'm gonna give. I don't know if this belongs in nonsense per se, but I'm gonna throw it in there. It's a throwback though. And I heard it when I was out in San Diego, and I forgot about the song, but I just heard it being played and was like, "Yo, I forgot how dope the song was." Young Jock,
Oh
And
wow.
Slim from 112 have a song called So Fly. Fire.
Wow.
Very random combo.
Yeah.
Very throwback, but it's a like just a smooth, like feel good record that I think is dope. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I got, man. What you got?
Man, I was on the way to the Poconos and I played Tia Corinne's new album, Corinian. For those that don't know Tia Corinne,
Mm.
she's done some records with Denzel Curry, who I love, and some other folks. Chance the Rapper, she was on Chance's album. She actually had one of my favorite guest verses on the album.
She had a
It was
song. She had a song I first heard. I showed it to my girl, and I was like, "Yo, this song is wild, but I know it's gonna work." It was a song called "Freaky T." That's how I was introduced to
Yep, yep. That's Freaky T, bro. She's Freaky T. So she got a like her album is actually decent, bro. If you love getting lost in nonsense, bro, you'll love this album. Corinian. So one of the songs is ironic, man,
She
and
did
it's
not name it
hard.
Korean.
Corinian, man. It's hard, bro. It's hard. Ironic is like one of my favorite tracks from that joint. One of my favorite tracks, bro.
Okay.
If you just want a hard hitting record, you're not looking for real substance, obviously, because that's why you stayed along for this section of the pod, the pod. But like, yeah, man, it's dope.
You
She
got a
also
joint with
had
JID on here?
she
Okay.
does. She does. And then different color stones, bro. It's just it's flex record, man. You know what I mean? Like, so if you into those type of things, bro, that's a dope record to listen to. I don't know what got into me this weekend. I was listening to Pink Panthers. I know you do not know who that is. If you do, it's because of Ice Spice or something. They
Uh,
got a record together.
First of all, there's no way I was clicking on something called Pink Panthers. I can tell you that right now. No clue what that is. Is that an
Yo,
artist or is that an
it's an
album?
artist. It's an
Oh yeah,
artist.
no. No.
Fan called her album Fancy Some More. Yeah, I mean, these are the parts of my career as a music journalist that I'm not always smiling about. Yeah, I mean, I'm not always happy to do these things. You just have to stay in tune, bro. But listen, she got a record called oh my God, I don't want to even repeat that song title. So I'll do Illegal and Anita. That's what it's called. It's a cool record, man. It's a cool
Okay.
record. She got an interesting sound. If you listen to Most Def's daughter or Yasin Bey's daughter, Layla, they kind of have a similar sound. So if you into that like sound, I think you'll enjoy the album. But that's my nice nonsense for the week. Hopefully, I don't hear these songs again. But for now, they were hitting.
Hilarious. No, man,
Yeah,
dope, man. I look, we got some good ones in there, man. I think that we gave some range.
for sure. A lot of range.
We gave a lot
I
of
mean,
range, man. So look, make sure that y'all are subscribed to our YouTube channel, man. Once we hit 500, we're gonna start doing some more live streams. So
yes.
y'all get us there on YouTube. If you listen via streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, make sure y'all give us that 5-star rating. And man, make sure y'all follow us on social media and stay up to what we're doing, man. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram at Rap and Reason, man. And we'll be here giving you more hip hop reviews and content, man. Until next time, bro. Episode 63, we out.
We out.